What's going on, guys? It's Joe and welcome to another YouTube video. For those of you that are new, that subscribed and liked on the last post, thank you. I really appreciate it. Your support means a lot. Okay, so for today's video, I kind of want to just sit down and talk and give a little bit of information. A couple weeks ago, I posted on my Instagram about a 5-month difference between my physique in January versus my physique now. And as you can tell, I am definitely a lot leaner. So what did I do to get leaner? What could you do to get leaner? Whether it's to look good for summer, a special event, or just to be healthier at the end of the day. If we have some extra weight that we can take off and you guys are struggling, hopefully this video can help. To give you guys a little bit of a backstory, at the end of August of 2019, I was weighing around 172 to 175 pounds. I was decently lean, but summer was coming to an end and I definitely wanted to add on a little bit more lean muscle tissue. My approach before to when it comes to bulking was to gain around roughly 1 to 2 pounds a month, take it nice and slow, and gain a nice slow amount of steady muscle mass without adding too much body fat, which is what I recommend. But we all have that one friend, and this guy knows who he is. I'm not going to say any names, but will encourage you from time to time to really push the envelope a little bit. He said, Joe, if you really want to grow, you got to get fat. So I decided to not have any type of self-respect for myself and get fat as I went from 172 to 175 pounds in August and winding up waking up around 200 pounds in January. That was by far the heaviest I have ever weighed. And I was carrying fat in all the wrong places. I could see it in my face. I can see it in my lower back. It got hard to tie my shoes, all of that bad stuff. So what did I do to get lean? How did I kind of bounce back and wind up losing a lot of that weight that I put on? So I ended my bulk in March, and the plan was actually to step on stage and do a show in June. Then, global pandemic, decided not to do it. The gyms were closed down, but at the end of the day, I still want to get lean, and I still want to look good and be healthy and be able to tie my shoes without getting out of breath during the summer. So in March is when I decided to cut. Now my first 2 weeks into my cut, I was actually counting macros. I was actually on prep, getting ready to do a show. And then global pandemic, gyms closed down, decided, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna do the show, but I'm still gonna get lean. Now, at the time while I was on prep, my initial starting calorie count was about 2,500 calories, 200 grams of protein, 68 grams of fat, and around 280 grams of carbs. And I was doing about 20 to 25 minutes of post-workout cardio, 6 times a week, in the beginning of the first 2 weeks really of my prep. So what changed? What changed from me being on prep to me just trying to lean out? And nothing much really. I was still trying to work out as much as I could, doing body weight stuff. I was still doing some type of form of cardio, whether it was riding a bike or walking around the block. So those two same things were in place. Now, the only thing that really shifted or changed was nutrition. I wasn't as strict. I really simplified things and made it very, very simple. Rather than trying to hit a specific macro ratio or a specific amount of protein, carbs, and fats at the end of the day, I just kept it really, really simple and fluctuated between 2,100 and 2,400 calories a day. And I based my nutrition really off of the one principle that really matters when it comes to losing fat. If you really want to lose fat, this is all you have to do in terms of nutrition. If you're not losing weight right now, whatever you're eating, you just eat less. How less? Well, as Greg Doucette would say, you eat less than last time. You just put the fork down. At the end of the day, it's all about being in a calorie deficit. And that's what I focus on. Even to this day, getting at my leanest, I am not counting or tracking my macros. I am only merely trying to aim for a total caloric intake between 2,100 and 2,400 calories a day. I know that my protein is high because most of my foods, if not all my meals, will contain protein in them, and I don't have to really worry about it. And to be honest with you, I feel, look, and perform a lot better not worrying about if I'm hitting the correct amount of fats or if I'm hitting the correct amount of carbs. Make the process of nutrition very, very simple. If you're not losing the weight that you want to see, or you're not getting as lean as you would like to be, whatever you're eating now, just eat a little bit less. And in terms of activity, whatever you're doing now, just do a little bit more. This is playing around with calories in versus calories out. It's the law of thermodynamics. As much as you would like to break that law too, you can't. And really, that's all it comes down to, and that's what I did. For me, the 21 to 2400 calories is my sweet spot for losing fat and having plenty of energy to still work out and feel good and function. For you, it may be a little bit lower. For you, it may be a little bit higher. It all depends. You kind of have to play around with it. And if you're still a little bit confused about the whole process, calories in versus calories out, what is a calorie anyway? Well, then you email someone like myself and you hire me for coaching, and I make all of your wildest dreams come true. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all the support on the last video. Hopefully you can take away something from this one. Until next time, it's been your boy Joe. Peace.